you bounce? Then bounce on this.
Bouncing. again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. It's a journey, used to journal about these days. Tried to bring my past, it hurt, we had to go our separate ways. Like Humpty Dumpty, left me grumpy. Loved ones left out and it left me lonely. But it was all in the plan, it just grew me up. Telling the plans to myself like it's two of us. I learned to stand by myself when it's feeling sus. And that feeling inside is the one to trust. Can't nobody tell me what I can't do, cause the night's still young and I ain't through. This the type of tune you blast through the sunroof. Gonna play this one back if you need proof. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. What you do? Took a leap of faith and landed on my feet. And what he do? Ordered my steps like I was keeping the beat. Say it ain't true. Weird energy, gotta keep it discreet. No kin to me, but always relay team. But I choose my battles well, no debating. Ran it up by myself like a relay team. Stayed 10 toes down even when I was down. Now I'm up, now I'm about to go 10 more rounds. Ain't nobody tell me what I can't do, cause the night's still young and I ain't through. This the type of tune you blast through the sunroof. Gonna play this one back if you need proof. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back.
Let's dance. I wanna see you dance. Just get up and dance. Move around, let me see you just dance now. Jump up, baby now. Get down. Let me see you move around. Just move around.
Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back.
Let me see you just dance now.
Alrighty, hey, everybody doing today? Thursday afternoon. Hope everybody's doing good out here in the world. This is Marquise from the Keys Review, and we are doing the PlayStation event today, guys. How's everybody doing? I know this is probably a stream that not a lot of people gonna be on, but if you're joining me, thanks for joining. You know, it's pretty cool to do some stuff while you still furloughed and everything like that. So, you know, or just, you know, at home and everything like that. Oh, I actually got one person, Counter Sin. What is up, homeboy? What is cracking? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How are you doing? You know, it's getting ready for the last big hurrah for the PlayStation event, basically, or the PlayStation 4, should I say. I know a lot of people was kind of disappointed because it's like, oh, well, this is not really going to have any PS5 news in it. The biggest thing is people have to understand, and Sony has been doing this forever. Sony creates 10-year systems. Just because they have a new system come out doesn't mean that they just instantly get rid of the old system. Nintendo gets rid of them pretty quick. Microsoft gets rid of them pretty quick. Sony is like, no, it's 10 years, you know? So right now, the PlayStation 4 is about 7 years old. The PlayStation 4 is going to be around at least 3 more years. Sony's going to try to capitalize on it, and most likely we're going to start seeing, we might not be seeing those big AAA titles like we used to, but we're definitely going to see stuff like, you know, a lot of VR games, because we all know there's going to be a VR 2 on the PS5. We just don't know what it's going to look like, in what capacity, so forth and so forth. In one of my previous streams, I sold some prototype technology that they was doing with the next VR controllers, because if you use the Move controllers, like the Move controllers actually came out on the PS3, and you know, let's face it, the Move controllers is outdated and doesn't work as good for even what the PS4 is doing. So for the PS5, you can expect some new stuff, but this event's going to be most likely just on the PS4. I heard there's going to be a couple of PS5 games that's going to be showcased today. Mostly that was from the Future of PlayStation event in June. But I don't expect to see any first-party titles, because that's what Sony said. They said no PlayStation Studios, which is all their first parties and second parties. So we're not going to see pretty much any of those. We're not going to see anything on the PS5 at all. We're not going to also see anything that's going to be as far as pre-ordering and pricing. So I know a lot of people are upset with it, but you have to remember, PlayStation 4 has sold over 110 million units. It might be more than that, because I've been saying that for a couple of months now. And it's just like, that's a very, very successful system. Most systems does not sell over even like 60,000 units. So to have another PlayStation system, another PlayStation platform that sells over that 100 million mark, like, that's got to be an astounding accomplishment. The only other manufacturer that was been able to do that has been Nintendo, and that was with the Nintendo DS and the Game Boy Advance, I believe it was. Otherwise than that, in the top 5, 2 of those systems is, or I think 3 of them is Sony, you know? So you have to kind of look at everything and see what Sony's doing, and the reason why they're doing this State of Play event, not because they feel like, oh, we don't deserve PlayStation 5 news, which we will get this month actually still, but it's like, you have to understand that the PlayStation 4 is still a huge platform. You still got a lot of people, like I said, 110 million units sold. A lot of people still on this platform, guys. I still play my PS4 until this day, you know, until the PS5 comes out. So it's not like we're going to go anywhere yet with the PlayStation. The PlayStation 4 is going to be around another 3 years before Sony finally pulls the plug on the production and manufacturing on the units. I'm hearing some rumors that there could be a little redesign on it. I don't believe those, my personal opinion of it, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll definitely see. But, you know, what you guys thoughts? If you're in the room, go ahead and chat it up in the chat room. I got it right here on my Surface tablet, watching you guys comments right here live. So hopefully you guys going to enjoy the show. I don't know really what to expect from this event, because I haven't really heard much about anything that's going to be shown, except for we're going to see a lot of third-party titles. We're going to see VR games. They're probably going to show off Iron Man. So Iron Man VR is going to get shown off. I don't remember. I think it might have released by now. It might have released. Let me see. It either has released or it's going to release this week. One or the other. So we're going to see Iron Man VR. I played a demo of it. It's amazing. Again, the Move controllers is the limiting factor for that game. So I can't wait to see what Sony does with the next version of the VR and the controllers. But I can tell you this, like, as far as going inside the game and doing like the graphics and stuff like that, it looks phenomenal. Like, you can go and pick up a tablet. I mean, it's stupid, but doing it in VR is like, oh snap, look what I can do. I can pick up a tablet. It's kind of something different, you know what I'm saying? So it brings on a different element onto how we're going to be experiencing things. And no, this is just a primer to what's going to be coming in the future for the PlayStation systems, you know? I don't think any gaming system besides the PC has anything to really do with VR. You might can get some augmented stuff, maybe with the Nintendo Switch. I think you can. That's about it. Microsoft, I don't know what Microsoft's going to be doing as far as consoles. I think they're just, honestly, I think Microsoft's more involved in Game Pass at this point. And that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing. They're just, I think, more involved with selling Game Pass than they are Xboxes. I think Xbox Series X is, you know, the sale for the hardcore gamers, and Game Pass is for everybody. So I'm not sure what else we'll be getting. Again, like I said, not sure what else we'll be getting from this event. So, because that's pretty much what I have. As far as any other news is concerned, I think I got it right here on my ticker down at the bottom right there. If you look down and you see the little ticker, that Sony has announced that what accessories and everything like that's going to be compatible with the PlayStation. So if you're looking at the PlayStation 5, and then I'm hearing a lot of chatter. So let's start off with this first off, actually. So they said that pretty much almost every accessory from the PS4 should be able to carry over to the PlayStation 5. Which is pretty much good news for me. So my Logitech steering wheel that you see right here, this guy right there, see that with the pedals right there, and then the shifter right there. So those is going to be definitely compatible with the PlayStation 5. So bravo Sony for that. Oops, wrong one. I meant to do that one. But yeah, so that's going to be compatible with the PlayStation 5. Logitech has released a new wheel. I forgot the name. It's kind of like the same name. It just kind of looks like they did some improvements. It's not like a huge improvement over the G25 that I have right there, or G29. It's not a huge improvement over it, I don't think. But it's a nice looking steering wheel. I like it because even like the little wheel. So if you see on this one, it has a little red wheel, and that's like, you can use that for adjustments. So like when you're in the menu tuning your car and everything like that, you can use that to turn and adjust your settings on your vehicle. That's black. And it looks like the Xbox and the PlayStation wheel is going to be pretty much almost identical. Because if you remember the 920, which is the Xbox version of the G9, the G29, you don't have like the RPM LED readout. You don't have like some of the adjustments and everything like that. Both wheels will have both the same. So steering wheels also be compatible. Your headsets, your PlayStation Gold headsets, all that stuff should still be compatible. Hard drives obviously is going to be compatible, though note you cannot load PlayStation, or you can't play directly off a regular hard drive or such and so forth from the hard drive. You have to have it onto the internal SSD or the expansion SSD. You also have, what else did they say? They also had said about the controllers. So with the DualShock 4, so the controllers that we're using currently with the PS4, right? The DualShock 4, they said those controllers will be compatible with the PlayStation 5. But you will not be able to play PlayStation 5 games on it. You only are going to be able to play the PlayStation 4 games on it, which I'm personally fine with. But this has been something that's been going on the internet and running around, and people saying Sony sucks, you know, they don't care about the consumers and this and that and the other. And I'm just like looking at this like, huh? Like, where is this coming from? Like, come on, guys. When has Sony released a controller that was cross-generation? Like, let's be realistic. Like, look at every single controller, guys. Like, if you look, the PlayStation 1 controllers really wasn't compatible with the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2 controllers obviously couldn't plug into the PS3. You're talking about a port versus Bluetooth. So you're not going to be able to play those controllers on there. The only controllers that kind of carried over was the Move controllers that carried over from the PS3 to the PS4. But, you know, even with the navigation control was not compatible, and then the DualShock 3s was not compatible. You had to get the DualShock 4 controller. That's because when Sony messed, you know, with the design, they also usually mess with a lot of stuff on the controller. A lot of people were like, well, Xbox gave us the same controllers, basically. We can use it back and forth, and we can use the Xbox Series X controller with the Xbox One. Perfectly fine, because it's really, they only really added an extra button and then redesigned some of the ergonomics on it. Let's be realistic, guys. Like, the new Xbox controller for the Xbox Series X is nothing spectacular. A little bit of bump in latency, or reduction, I should say, in latency maybe, but it's not really a new controller. And understand, Microsoft's taking more of a PC approach, if you think about it. So it's more of, hey, you get this system and you can upgrade, you know what I'm saying, or you can downgrade with the new controllers, put in the old stuff, right? It's more of a kind of a PC way of thinking. While Sony, on the other hand, saying this is our platform right here. You're going to get the best experience on this platform. You know, because like, to all the people that I'm seeing complaining and stuff like that, I have to ask you this. You go in, you have your, let's say, 2007 Mustang, right? You have a 2007 Mustang. You go in to the Ford, or right here, Galpin, not far from us, 10 minutes away. Go to Galpin. You want to buy the 2020 model, right? Are you going to come and say, I want to put my old steering wheel from my 2007 Mustang onto my 2020 Mustang? That's not going to happen. Why? Because it's a newer experience. You get all the new bells and whistles, and besides, that was made for that. That input was made for that car. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't made to go from the 2007 to the 2020 version, and vice versa. The 2020 is not really made to go backwards, Now, some cars you can, do that. My Volkswagen, I kind of retrofitted my steering wheel with steering wheel controls and a flat bottom on it, but otherwise than that, most car manufacturers, you can't really interchange too many steering wheels because of what they put in it and how they design everything. So why would you expect the PlayStation model to be any different? Of course they out to sell systems to make money. You know what I'm saying? And did we not see the Play event or the feature of the PlayStation event last month, where we have all these new features that's going to come to the DualSense button? We still don't know what the rebranded share button, aka the create button, is going to fully do. Like, there's a lot of stuff we still don't know about the PlayStation. Like, we actually probably know more about the Xbox Series X than we do the PS5 still, till this day. So it's like, we have to kind of pick and choose, like, what you kind of want, you know what I'm saying? Like, and here's another thing. People has to factor cost. I always tell people, you have to factor cost. If you want that feature, you have to factor cost in it. Could Sony have made the DualShock 4 compatible on the PS5 for PS5 games? Absolutely, they could have. But people would have been complaining, well, how come my lag is a little bit different from other people? Or how come it doesn't play as good as DualSense? That's the stuff that people's going to say. Let's just be realistic. That is the stuff that people's going to be saying about this. So I don't, deny Sony for not, or get mad at Sony for not having the controller be it compatible, forward or backwards, because if we're going to get all these new stuff, microphones, we're going to get better speakers on it, we're going to get, have an improved gyroscope. We're getting rid of the old the old dual little big little small motors and going with haptic feedback. Why would I want to play on the DualShock 4 on my PS5 game? That's make no sense at all. Like, no sense, especially when the game developers are not programming these games for the DualShock 4. That's what we have to think about, guys. When the developers, forget even Sony, when the developers make something and they find something innovative and they want to take advantage of it, they don't want to be spending time making stuff for the old stuff. They don't want to spend time coding and stuff. That costs a lot of R&D dollars. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about video games that has been costing millions and millions of dollars to make for the majority of them now, especially the blockbuster ones, Uncharted, stuff like that. I'm hearing, Halo was like over a $200 million budget for that game. Like, you have to, think for a minute, everybody. Like, you have to think, okay, what do I really want to, pick and choose my battles? What battles do I want to play? I'm not playing I'm not putting the DualShock 4 on my PlayStation 5 game. Like, I'm sorry guys, it's dumb. That's really, really is dumb. Let me get my new DualShock controller or my DualSense controller on my PlayStation 5. I'll be cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I can still play my PS4 games and use the DualShock 4 on the PS5 if I play my PS4 games. With the hard drive, I can just use an external hard drive so I don't take up space for my PS5 SSD, So, okay, I can get the options for that. I'm cool with that. But if I'm going to play my PS5 games and a lot of games are going to be, they're going to be taken advantage of, like, why not use the new stuff, Why not use the new controller? Because I know somebody tried to make a point now. I was watching, I think it was Rich, I can't remember his whole channel, but he was making a point, which is kind of true. He's like, well, Madden's not going to be taking advantage of all those features of the DualSense controller. Which is maybe true, but you never know either. You know what I'm saying? They might just do a couple of things just for that controller. Because, for instance, you play NBA 2K, especially the latest one, like, you're going to know after the buzzer sounds off, you're going to hear the buzzer inside the controller of the speaker. Does the Nintendo Switch has a buzzer? No, it's basically one unit. Does the Xbox One controller has it? No, it doesn't have a speaker in it at all. You know what I'm saying? So they have to spend extra resources to program it for that system. And if they find a use for it or a case study for it, and no, Polyphony Digital, I mean, not Plinth Digital, I'm sorry. 2K Games or 2K Sports is a third party. So if they spent time developing for that feature, hey, they found a use for that feature. You know, it's an innovative controller. And Sony spent all this time in R&D and money, you know, making a new controller. Why would I want to be restricted by playing the old controller? Especially when the response rate going to be better, you know, especially when everybody, and here's the thing, here's one thing I'm going to really get people, the light bar. Everybody complained about the light bar on the DualShock 4, right? You're not going to have that with the DualSense 5, so why complain over it? It's, get the new stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you complain about it. Battery life, oh my God. The battery life, like, thing still goes on till today, guys. It still goes on till today. And it looks like we got the screen start. I'll switch to that slide. You know, everybody still to this day talks about the battery life. Now, I can get about a good 9 hours out the DualShock 4 before I have to charge it or switch controllers or plug it in, whatever. And everybody's complaining about the battery life. So now Sony's like, okay, you're going to get battery life. You're going to get better response. You're not going to have this big, huge sound bar no more. You know, we got the new controller. So now you got all this good stuff. People's complaining that they can't play the DualShock 4 on a PS5 game. Come on, guys. Come on. Really? So, didn't mean to go on a rant right there, but it's just, it's hard to, like, really get the gist of, you know, how to make people happy. You know what I'm saying? It kind of almost don't make sense for a lot of things because it's a new system. When you buy a car, you're not going to use a lot of your old stuff from your old car on a new car. You might not even use the rug. A lot of people I know, when they get the new car, it's like, oh, just take out your old rug. Oh, no, I want the new one. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, get the new stuff. Like, why is it different for game systems? I don't understand. This is a way of life, guys. You know, somebody develop a new stuff. They say the new stuff. You get the new accessories and stuff with it. That works in every single industry. iPhone or Apple. When Apple decides to change stuff up, you know, with the iPhone or with the new Macs that they're talking about right now, where they're going to the Apple silicone, but it's based off the ARM design. Like, when you get that, you're going to get that. Or how many people are going to be like, oh, I want the Intel design? No, nobody. Nobody, because everybody wants the latest and greatest. So at the end of the day, I think when people start getting the controller in their hands and start playing it and stuff like that, everybody's going to start forgetting about the DualShock 4. And I mean, the DualShock 4 to me was a great controller. Probably one of the best controllers I've ever owned. When I start going over to from the, like, when I tried to play my PS3 again a couple of months ago, I was trying to play an old game which I still haven't finished, but I was trying to play an old game, and dude, like, the DualShock 4 feels so much better than the DualShock 3, man. It's not even close. Like, really feels a lot better. You know, so Sony outdid themselves, and, you know, I think it's going to be, you know, I think it was better than the Xbox One controller or the Xbox 360. Everybody's like, oh, that controller is better and stuff like that. The joysticks above, like, I like the joysticks like that, because then I can, you know, if I have to do that or do that, you know, use this one for the right jump stick while I'm hitting the buttons right here, or switch this thumb to control this, the left stick, and then, you know, touching the D-pad, I have the option to do that a little bit better. I mean, I guess you could kind of do that with the Xbox controller too, but I don't know, maybe not as good. But it's, you know, I think we got to be ready for innovation and change, and not try to just be judgmental until the system comes out. You know what I'm saying? Because of course we're going to be judgmental because all we're doing is seeing it, so I get it. But, you know, wait till everything comes out where you can feel it and touch it too. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing to do. That's what I got for the DualSense and the DualShock. What other news do I have? I didn't write much notes here because I really don't know what to expect. I see 3 people up in here. So how's everybody doing today? Welcome to the Keys Review. Look like the Sony event's going to start off in a little bit of 5 minutes, and of course I'll go and start streaming it, and I'll be in the chats with you guys. So as soon as that start having that going on, I'll mute my microphone audio, and then we'll just be streaming the event over. I'm not sure. Let's see if they're playing any sounds. Let me see. Oh yeah, they're playing a little bit of sounds there. Let's see what it does. That's pretty cool. State of play. Sweet. Okay, let's mute that back. So, I don't know what else I can say. 5 minutes ago, I don't know what else. You guys got anything in the chats in there? You guys got any questions or anything like that? I do know Modern Warfare released. I know what we can talk about. Spider-Man. So, here's another controversy. People have been complaining about Spider-Man. Okay, so you know the new Adventure game, right? It's going to be multi-platform, so Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. A lot of people has been complaining about, Spider-Man only being exclusive to PlayStation. Get a PlayStation. Here's the thing, guys. So years and years and years ago, before Disney bought Marvel, and when Marvel was trying to break into the film industry, instead of making their own movies, because they didn't really have the resources and everything like that at the time, they would license out their characters. And whatever crazy licensing they was giving out was weird. But hey, it's business, right? So, X-Men, Deadpool, Spider-Man, just to name a few, Fantastic Four. So whenever they start doing stuff like that, right? Whenever they start licensing out these video game or these comic characters, they start doing it to where they'll get the full license, so merchandising, movie deals, etc. It wasn't just like a movie thing, it was everything. Sony owns the rights for Spider-Man, for merch, and for games, and for movies. You know what I'm saying? So it's understandable, and Sony can license it out if they wanted to, true, but hey, it's business. What we having over here? Oh Lord of Jesus. Cena's corner over here talking about Xbox. Oh Lord, we're gonna have a tough time today, guys. What's up, David? How you doing, buddy? Glad you joining us today. But he over here talking about never Xbox for life. Okay, I'll give you your Xbox, buddy. You still have to pay for Xbox Live Gold though. So ha. Got the last laugh on you on that one. But anyway, it's like this is what they do, guys. This is how business is run. You know what I'm saying? You have an exclusive or you have an exclusive license. Hey, use it. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like everybody knows, that knows me personally. I want to start companies and stuff like that. If I got an exclusive license, I'm gonna take it to the advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to come to my platform. Does it kind of sucks? Yeah, but you're not gonna go to Chevy and ask for a Mustang, or go vice versa, go to Ford and ask for a Camaro. You know what I'm saying? It's how business works, man. It's really how business works, and it's is it something that, hey, you choose if you want to get it or you choose if you don't? That's not just the gaming business, guys. No, this is what Marvel said years ago. You know what I'm saying? There was a huge documentary. I'm gonna try to find it. They were saying how Spawn, I think it was the first major Marvel movie that really set up the foundation for everything after that, right? So after Spawn, then Marvel start rising up like, hey, we can do this. But before then, they was just licensing out all these deals, and hey, it happens, man. But it is what it is, It's business, guys. If you don't like it, well, hey, pay up millions and billions of dollars. Like, that's the only other thing I can say. This stuff costs money, guys. There's a lot of moving parts, man. I'm researching stocks and stuff too, and it's just crazy to see how everything works and just flip on a freaking millisecond, So it is what it is. But anyway, we got about 55 seconds going. So any last thoughts for anybody in the chat? Anybody got any ideas real quick? Let's unmute this audio here. But yeah, we'll see what they have. The PlayStation 4 last real hurrah, I think, right here, guys. The end of a dynasty. Well, we got 3 more years with them, but still the end of big stuff. I'm actually interested to see what they do for VR personally. So I'll be in the chats, guys. So I'll be chatting with you. and then we'll enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, I'm Lou Studdard, producer at Toys for Bob, and I'm here to talk to you about Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Crash 4 is a direct sequel to Crash Bandicoot Warped. The devious villains, Neo-Cortex and Dr. Entropy, have finally escaped their interdimensional prison, leaving an evil scientist-sized hole in the universe. Now they've got their eyes set on not only simply conquering this dimension, but all dimensions. And it's up to Crash and Coco to save the day. Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time is the first totally new game in the Crash Bandicoot series in over a decade. So for us at Toys for Bob, we felt that it was important to reintroduce longtime fans, as well as new players, to this amazing franchise. First, we made sure to incorporate the classic tense, precise, and perspective-shifting platforming that we all fell in love with. And then, we wanted to introduce exciting new elements that we can't wait to show you today. Let's start with Insanity Beach. This is where Crash's adventure first started, and where we pick things up again in Crash 4. But there have definitely been changes since we first saw Insanity Beach all those years ago. And throughout Crash 4, you'll see those changes to our gameplay and even our art style. Our art teams wanted to take inspiration from not just the original games, but the animated cartoons that inspired those original games, all while also delivering bigger, more awe-inspiring dimensions to explore. Throughout Crash 4, you'll see wide-open new vistas, new character models, and lots of expressive animations. And with all of that also comes new additions to the platforming, like having the ability to wall run, rope swing, rail grind, and zipline as well. In the original trilogy, specifically Crash Warped, there were certain moments in the game where Crash would change outfits. Think Crash wearing a biker jacket when riding a motorcycle. That seemed like a natural area for us to expand upon. So we have loaded the game with tons of awesome skins that you can earn and wear throughout the game. These skins are totally cosmetic and a fun way to express yourself while playing the game. And just to be clear, there's no MTX here. Skins are earned by completing different challenges and earning gems within levels. Crash 4 also introduces the Quantum Masks, the powerful protectors of time and space. Crash and Coco will need their assistance throughout the game to tackle the crazy challenges that we're going to be throwing at the player. Whether it's Ika Ika, who gives you the ability to instantly flip your center of gravity at the press of a button, Kapunawa, who allows you to slow down the world around you, or Lani Loli, who allows you to phase shift elements in and out of existence. Bending the rules of reality and altering your environment with these new masks is a must. We also can't wait to talk to you about the fourth mask, Akano, but that's going to have to wait for another day. What we can tell you today, though, is that Crash isn't the only character you get to take control of during this adventure. For starters, you can play the entire game as Coco. Any level that you can play as Crash, you can also play as Coco. It was also very important for us that she take a more prominent role in the story this time as well. But that's not all. We've got a few other characters that you'll get to control at key points in the adventure, so that they can provide their own fresh perspectives and new gameplay. Here you can see that you'll be taking control of Neo-Cortex. He's all about using his blaster to change an enemy in his path. In addition to playing as Cortex, we're excited to reveal that for the first time, you'll also get to tail slap your way through crates as Dingo Dial. I repeat, you get to play as Dingo Dial in Crash 4. And a lot has changed in the years since we last saw Dingo Dial. In fact, he hung up his old flamethrower rocket launcher combo when he decided to retire from a life of villainy and open a diner. Unfortunately for Dingo, fortunately for us, his adventure begins by witnessing the destruction of said beloved diner and getting sucked into another dimension. Finally, there's one more surprise I'm incredibly excited to show you today. The Crash Bandicoot series has always been about finding new and exciting ways to play through the game. In the past, it's been about taking on time trials or discovering all the hidden secrets. Well, for Crash 4, we wanted to bring something brand new to the table, so we teamed up with our friends at Beanox to create a brand new style of play for Crash 4 that we call Inverted Mode. It's our souped-up, bump-a-berry-fueled take on a mirror mode. Not only are perspectives shifted, but now each of the dimensions are rendered in a new and unique art style that really changes the look and feel of the experience. One dimension could be asking you to traverse through a neon wasteland, while another tasks players with spinning paint all over the environment to see their path forward. We've even got one that feels like an old-timey movie, with the overcranked camera speed increasing the actual speed of gameplay as well. Once unlocked, players can replay all the game's levels with a totally new and dynamic look and feel. It's an incredibly fun feature that is going to give every player, especially the completionists out there, a reason to revisit each level again to see what new and exciting experience is in store for them. So that's some of the new stuff that we have in store for you in Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Experience the space and time-bending madness on October 2nd.
Today's State of Play is loaded with third-party updates for PS4 and PSVR, and some new PS5 gameplay too. We opened the show with an all-new look at Crash 4, It's About Time, coming to PlayStation 4 on October 2nd. Now let's keep the party going with the latest from IO Interactive.
This is your big day. You should mingle, have fun.
Oh, don't worry about that. My art speaks for itself.
Well, I have to go. I'll call you when I get back tonight.
We are happy to announce Braid Anniversary Edition. It's the classic puzzle adventure where you manipulate time, hand repainted for modern, high resolutions.
Many areas have been re-envisioned to make them more unique, and it's even more like a living painting with brushstrokes animating the world. There are more than 9 pixels for each pixel in the original game. There are new animations for smoother motion,
improved sound and music to enhance the mood, and many hours of developer commentary and interviews on subjects like puzzle design, programming, and visual art.
We plan to make it the most detailed commentary in any game ever. So if you want to learn how video games are made, Braid Anniversary Edition will be a really good resource.
We hope you'll enjoy the game when it comes out early next year.
Pathless is a mythic adventure set on a mystical island. Let's take a quick tour in this new footage captured from PS5.
Hi everyone, this is Matt Nava from Giant Squid. I'm excited to share more with you today about our upcoming game, The Pathless. The Pathless is an open-world, mythic adventure game set in a vast forest. You play as the Hunter. The Hunter is a master of archery. She can shoot talismans to fill her dash meter, which allows her to bound across the landscape. Fluid, dynamic movement is at the core of the Pathless, so the game's unique take on archery is all about timing, not aiming down sights. This design was critical to making it possible to shoot even while moving fast and performing acrobatic maneuvers. You instantly feel as skilled as the Hunter herself. With help from the eagle, you can even fly. The bond between the Hunter and the eagle is central in the Pathless. You can gain altitude while you glide by flapping. Make sure you pet the eagle to keep it clean and in good flying condition. You'll find secrets all over the island, if you know where to look. Collecting crystals will let you upgrade the eagle's ability to flap. You will also discover larger puzzles to solve in ancient structures. Pathless is all about finding your own way forward. So unlike most open-world games, there's no map. Instead, the Hunter can use her mask to peer into the spirit world and discover distant landmarks. It even shows you where you've been. Getting to higher vantage points will let you see further with spirit vision. Giant cursed spirits, the source of the darkness, will pose a constant threat to you on your quest. They will try to separate you from the eagle. Stay still in the light to avoid detection. You won't be able to take on the cursed spirits until you've returned light to the obelisks. When the obelisks are restored, the cursed spirits will be vulnerable. Chase them down through the forest to corner them in a dramatic final battle. and Eagle will have to defeat the cursed spirits to bring light back to the world. I hope you've enjoyed this overview of the Pathless. We've only scratched the surface. There's so much more to explore and discover. The Pathless is coming out later this year. Thanks for watching.
Next up, let's see what's in store for Spelunky 2.
Hi, my name is Derek Yu, and I'm the creator of Spelunky. For Spelunky 2, I wanted to make sure we made something that got old fans excited and also brought in new players. It was important we didn't change the things that made Spelunky such a unique experience in the first place. So many people became fans of the game through their friends and family, and even strangers on the internet. That's one reason why we're adding online multiplayer, so that more people can play the game together. And I also wanted to include that feeling of community into Spelunky 2 itself to make sure that the game felt welcoming even though it's difficult. In Spelunky 2, when you do runs and discover new characters, you'll also be building an in-game community and family. I designed the world of Spelunky 2 to feel much more rich and dynamic than Spelunky 1. It's going to feel a lot more full. Players will be able to explore and interact with it in lots of new ways. For example, you'll be able to ride turkeys, and find hidden passageways, and you'll have to choose between branching paths as you make your way deeper into the caves. As a result, the stories players create will have much more texture to them. Even after many, many hours of playing, I still have interesting runs that don't even go past the first area. In Spelunky 1, runs often centered around the shops and how you chose to interact with them. So in Spelunky 2, we've expanded the shopping experience and made them more nuanced and exciting. And also added new characters that can help you or hinder you. Given how amazing the Spelunky community is, it's hard to say how long it will take to find the deepest secrets. But I think the great thing about Spelunky is that the deepest secrets are the ones that even I don't know about. And there are lots of new things to play with that I hope players can use to push past the boundaries of what we, as the developers, know about the game. I have two types of favorite stories from Spelunky fans. First are when people are genuinely surprised by something that happened in the game. And second, the ones where people shared a fun experience with friends and family in multiplayer. These are the stories I wanted to expand upon in Spelunky 2. They're really what guided my design choices. After releasing Spelunky, I knew there was a lot more that could be done with the concept and the world. Knowing that possibility was out there is what's been exciting for me and the rest of the team. In a lot of ways, when Spelunky 2 comes out, I want players to experience what we experienced making it. That feeling that there's something special there waiting for you to discover it. A big thanks to the fans who've waited patiently for us to finish Spelunky 2. Thanks.
We've got a bunch of new PS4 updates to share with you, starting with a closer look at Genshin Impact.
Hey, there's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
dealing death. If you cannot bring yourself to kill, speak my name.
What is this disturbance to which I awaken?
Huh? Think you can get away?
Burning this?
Time for takeoff!
Sentient filth. I claim your mind for the Void Armada. Gods have squealed for my mercy. Who are you to stand in the way of my vengeance? This ambition of yours, what a waste of stardust. Go all out or go home, Emperor! Result. Aeon must die. I am eternal.
You should have remained dead.
It's time to talk Bugsnax. Let's check out some gameplay footage captured from PS5.
My invitation is open. Come join me on the island of Bugsnax.
Wow, that's your new lead? Another monster hunt? Elizabeth Megafig is a 2-bit con artist! Don't tell me you actually believe this half-baked nonsense! I swear, if you chase this Bugsnax story, you're out of a job!
You're the journalist! Lisbeth said you'd be coming. There's a Bugsnax right over there. Do me a favor and take my snack trap.
Stranger, I could use your help. This bunger goes wild for ketchup. Use it to lead the bunger over yonder.
I want you to use that journalistic instinct to find out what my favorite Bugsnax is. And feed it to me, obs.
How's my little sprout doing? He misses Papa? Oh, of course he does.
Well, I have a few prototype traps that I could put to use.
You're pretty good at stuff, and nobody hates you yet. You can catch Bugsnax and bring everybody back to Snacksburg.
Well, say you do find these Bugsnax and make it back alive. You just might keep your job. Now get going and try not to fall off a cliff.
lot more in store. Let's start with an update on an eagerly awaited PlayStation VR game.
The Force is strong with you.
You must stop Vader.
I don't understand why you never mentioned that you had the Force.
Whatever you do, stay in the light.
Now let's take a look at 2 new games headed to PS5.
We are the forest shadows. Ghosts, running silently between the straight, cold lines of a corrupt state.
Quieten down, don't shed a tear.
They count, ration, manipulate.
There's a wolf in the night and he's talking.
They've taken everything from those they claim to protect.
When the statesmen ravage and
Authority and steel will not stop us. We aren't an invading army.
Most of the forest will be right behind.
We are wraiths. We bypass defenses and strike at the heart.
The ghost of the forest, the wraith of the night. Won't blink twice, he'll be by your side. The stag on his quiver, it's the archer's eye.
We take back what was stolen,
When the hoods both fly
and the people call us heroes.
from the dead of night.
To others, we are rivals. We are all outlaws. But some of us will become legends.
When hoods both fly from the dead of night.
Before we wrap up, let's take a tour of Godfall. We've got new PS5 gameplay for this melee-focused action epic launching this holiday.
Hello, my name is Keith Lee, and I am the game director for Godfall. On behalf of Counterplay Games, we are very excited to share gameplay with you today and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical world of Godfall. Today, you'll be seeing extensive gameplay captured on a PlayStation 5 development kit. Please keep in mind that the game is still a work in progress, and some things may change from the final product as we continue to learn and harness the power of Sony's next-generation console. Please enjoy. So let's jump right into what Godfall is. Godfall is a looter slasher that features intense action, satisfying moment-to-moment combat, and robust loot progression systems. You can enjoy the game at your own pace, playing alone, or through online co-op with up to 2 additional teammates. Godfall is set in a brand new high fantasy universe filled with heroic knights, arcane magic, and forbidden realms. The world is split up into the elemental realms of earth, water, air, and fire. Godfall is a complete package. All loot and gear in the game are acquired or unlocked through gameplay. There are no microtransactions, no waiting for content. It's all in the game on day one. As you adventure, you'll get to tear through enemies to challenge a mad god who awaits you at the top. You play a Valorian knight, a godlike warrior able to equip valor plates, legendary armor sets that transform you into an unstoppable master of melee combat. Throughout your journey, you'll find ancient valor plates lost in time, each with their own characteristics and long history. Now let's talk about gameplay in Godfall. First, our team wanted to do something different. We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person melee combat to create what we think is a looter slasher. Our game is therefore one part gear-driven and one part player skill-driven. In other words, not only do we want you to find exquisite weapons with powerful loot traits, but we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment for mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available to you in Godfall. From a combat philosophy perspective, the melee combat in Godfall is intended to be fluid, dynamic, and interactive, embracing offense over defense. More often than not, you'll be facing multiple enemies at the same time. As a result, you should always be moving and closing the gap on enemies. Also, you dominate the combat space, not the enemies, and the game rewards you for being aggressive. Now that you're familiar with the combat philosophy, let's dig into the weapons themselves. In Godfall, there are 5 weapon classes: the longsword, the dual blades, the polearm, the two-handed warhammer, and the two-handed greatsword. Each weapon class has their own unique movesets and playstyles ranging from fast combos to more strategic, deliberate play. As you defeat enemies in your adventures, you will acquire numerous weapons. For each weapon category, each weapon with their own primary and secondary traits. At a later date, we will delve into the weapon classes and how to modify them in greater detail. For now, we'll go over the dual blades and the longsword weapon classes. The dual blades are the fastest weapon class in Godfall, embodying speed, fluidity, and mobility. The dual blades are exceptional against soft, unarmored targets or single targets. You can perform a combo by executing 4 consecutive light attacks. The dual blades heavy attack is a spinning blade cyclone. The blade cyclone can also be used as a finisher at the end of your light attack combo. So what are the signature moves for the dual blades? As you build up charge, you can also activate Inner Focus, which is unique to the dual blades, which inflicts massive damage in a short period of time. There's also Mortal Coil, where you can throw your blade into an enemy, pulling the enemy towards you like pulling a cable. Now let's switch to the longsword weapon class. Longswords are balanced weapons, embodying crisp damage and simple cooldowns without needing a lot of elaborate combo setups. Similar to dual blades, longswords have their own 4-hit light attack combo. Then there's the heavy attack finisher, which can be used at the end of your light attack combo. There are 3 signature moves for the longsword class. There's Spectral Flurry, which cannot be interrupted and deals high damage to multiple nearby targets. Then there's Spiral Technique, which eviscerates all enemies in a straight fixed path. Notice there's a white flash after a longsword swing called a timing attack. If you press the shield button exactly at the same time, you'll perform a devastating shield uppercut with your longsword. The shield is a core part of Godfall. It's available to you throughout the entire game. You can always block incoming attacks with your shield. If you press the shield button at the right time, you can also parry an attack. You can perform a light attack after a last-second shield block to counterattack with a powerful shield strike. The shield is great not just for defense, but also offense. You can aim and throw your shield, which will hit multiple nearby targets. If you tap the shield button just as you catch your shield, you can perform a powerful wave attack. You can double tap the shield button to petrify enemies. And of course, you can perform an R3 ground finisher on enemies that were knocked down to the ground. hope you enjoyed our first walkthrough video of Godfall running on the PlayStation 5. We also want to thank all the fans for their endless support since our initial reveal back in December. We have a few more surprises coming down the road, such as details on loot and progression, and are eager to share more with you on our way to launch this holiday season. We hope that you will join our Godfall community on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you.
That's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed this peek into the future of PlayStation. See you next time.
PlayStation.
Okie dokie. Interesting. Okay, guys, that was a lot of gameplay. I'm actually kind of surprised that wasn't that bad of an event. You know, I'm not saying it was breathtaking or anything like that, but hey, it's not a bad event at all. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's for me. It was like I didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll give my thoughts. I'm gonna go ahead and do like a little break. So let's go ahead and get like a little 10-minute break going, and then we'll cue up some music and stuff like that right now, and then we'll get going from there. All right, guys, so we'll be back.
Jesse James and Frank James, Billy Kid, all the rest. Supposed to be some bad cats out there in the West. But when they dug me and my gangster ways, they hung up their guns and made it to the grave. 'Cause I'm a gangster of love. Yes, 'cause I'm a gangster of love. When I walk down the street, all the chicks that I meet say
Alrighty, guys, let's come back onto the screen. Alright, so back again, talk about the state of play. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad, you know, considering what it was worth, you know. So it's like we didn't expect a lot, but there was actually a couple of surprises that was in there still, you know what I'm saying? So you basically did have a couple of things, like you had like the last 3 games was for PlayStation 5, which I wasn't expecting. I know they said they was gonna have a couple of third-party games, but I didn't know they was gonna have like I believe the hood. I don't think we seen the hood, and TemTem, which I don't think we seen. You know what I'm saying? So that was interesting to kind of like see some of that stuff right there. But otherwise, I mean, it wasn't that bad of an event for what it was worth, you know. Just simple little event, you know, mostly indie games, a few third parties in there. One thing that I wasn't expecting was for them to show Crash Bandicoot, and I thought that was a nice touch. You know what I'm saying? To see Crash, and Crash is definitely a game that, if you first got the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, and you played Crash Bandicoot, like that was probably the game that started getting you hooked onto the platform. Honestly, you know, onto the PlayStation platform was Crash Bandicoot. You know what I'm saying? So for them to show like a lot of stuff, and actually I should go ahead and let me see if I can fast forward this a little bit and show their little sizzle video or demo. One thing I will say about the whole event though is that you had a lot of gameplay on the event. Like a lot of the games was like, you know, it wasn't just like, oh, let's show you a trailer and that be that. They showed gameplay, you know, and lots of it. Like this is all gameplay right here on Crash Bandicoot. So, and I like the fact that it seems like they're not going to have microtransactions for this game, because a lot of people was like, well, Crash Bandicoot, they're probably going to have microtransactions and everything like that. And I'm not sure if they ever will, but they did say on the video that all these outfits and everything, like, oh, that's perfect timing right here. So all these outfits and stuff like that, you unlock. You don't have to pay for them. So that's going to be very interesting to have a game where they're kind of taking it back to the root of back in the PlayStation 2 days of you had to play the game and you had to unlock stuff and not just, you know, pay 50 cents, $1, $2, whatever to get the extra content. So I'm very, very happy and very excited for this game. Like my one of my friends said, he probably get this on the PlayStation Plus, so we'll see if I can wait or if I'll get it on the second. I do like Crash, so I'm not sure if I will wait. It just depends on how much stuff I'm doing. I've been so busy, but it just really depends. But I like that the platform is coming back to PlayStation, because this, honestly, guys, like Crash Bandicoot and PlayStation went hand in hand for a while, man. Like it was like one of the top games, and I can tell you this: I played Crash multiple times, the first 3 of them multiple times, man. And this is pretty much the sequel to the third one, right after the third one. So that's pretty cool to see that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm very, very interested to see how the mask works. So I guess each mask has all their different special powers and everything like that. So, and of course I have to rewatch the video and stuff because I'm pretty sure I missed some details trying to type in notes. But it will be very, very interesting to see how Crash will work on this system, you know. And of course this is because like somebody was saying, they thought this was on more than one platform. This is on the Xbox as well. I didn't see anything saying anything about the Switch. So for what I know, PS4, Xbox One, this game will be available on. And of course we'll probably have to guess the next gen systems, they'll probably port it over, or you know, you could just play it on the new systems. Like it's fine. Like it's not like the developers has to create a whole new version and try to, you know, up-res the graphics and stuff like that. Up-convert, you know, they have boost mode for the older games, so you should be able to play like that and get better quality. But yeah, Crash Bandicoot was huge. And then I got, I'm not sure if I feel like I missed a game in between. Let me see. Let me fast forward a little bit. Yeah, I think I missed this one for some reason. What was this one called? Or is this Hitman? That might have been Hitman. Yeah, this is Hitman right here. So maybe I didn't miss one. I feel like I missed putting in the game for some reason. I don't know why. But this is going to be interesting because Hitman, and this is Hitman in VR. So I was not expecting this to happen at all. So as you can see, I was looking like, first person. And then it was like, oh, VR. Like, I'm like, oh, that's pretty dope. That is pretty dope. I might have to get Hitman for the PS4 just because it's VR, you know. So as you see, you can walk around, you can pick up your glasses, you see people, and then you go on about your way. We also have Braid, which is kind of like a side scroller. You also have the Pathless. The Pathless was interesting to me, and oh yeah, see, look at this scene real quick. Oh man, yeah. I can't wait for VR to come out on the PS5 though, man. And this is a January 2021 game. But see, here's the thing now. Just going back to the whole VR thing. I wonder if it's gonna look better if you put on the PS5. Because you know how if you put the VR on the PS4 Pro, it'll look better than just the regular PS4. But I wonder if it's going to have any more up conversion a little bit on the PS5, and if it's going to be able to play with the DualSense, which I'm pretty much going to say it's going to play with the DualSense. It wouldn't have no reason not to, but that's going to be very, very interesting right there. So let me see, is this science go? This might be the one I missed. I know I feel like I missed one game because I got a text in the middle of this. Let me see. Fast forward, or maybe that was Braid. Go back a little bit more. I don't know why I feel like I missed a game. But anyway, like, it's going to be very interesting to see how Hitman on VR plays. And do you use the Move controllers? Do you use the DualShock 4? We have to see what that does. So I guess this is Braid. I think the reason why, because like I got distracted. Yeah, this gotta be, yeah, this Braid. So okay, so they just showed like the little stuff at the beginning. Anyway, so it's gonna be very interesting to see how they do Hitman. So they had the Pathless. It actually, let me go ahead. And my friend was talking about Braid, so I guess that's a pretty. I don't know that game, but I guess it's a pretty popular game. So my freaking phone's going like crazy. Jesus. So anywho, let's go over to this game right here. Now this was one that my friend David said on a chat right there. He was like, dude, this is looking pretty good. And I like it, man. Like the whole thing with the bird, like look at that. Like that's dope. You know, I was just watching this game. It's like, this is one of those games where you don't think you're going to start liking it until you start watching how everything plays. And again, here's where Sony was smart. You know what I'm saying? They sold a lot of gameplay with everything. You know, they sold gameplay. So you have to expect, you know, you have to expect the best from Sony because, again, and I've said it, and other, you know, streamers will say it, creators, like Sony just knows their audience, man. They know what to do. I think I joked at the end when they were showing Godfall, actually, like I joked to one of my friends while I was texting them that they sold more gameplay in Godfall than the whole Xbox Series event, showcase event was. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty cool right there. The whole bird. You see, you're gonna know there's a lot of female leads in the games. You know, I think that's a falcon. That's pretty cool. I wonder, so see how she was like kind of like petting the falcon or whatever like that. So I wonder if that's going to kind of work like how they work in Death Stranding, where you have to cradle the baby and keep the baby happy if they upset or crying and stuff like that. So I wonder if that's going to be in the gameplay where you have to kind of nurture your bird and stuff like that. That will be interesting. So that's a good, that game looks interesting. That game does look interesting. So we'll see. We also have Spelunky 2, and we'll show a little bit of that. I wasn't too hot on Spelunky, honestly. It's a long trailer. That game. Let me watch this. That's a pretty cool game, I think. The Pathless, by the way. That thing kind of looks like something that could be in Horizon, honestly. So I wonder if they took some keys from Horizon, like, oh, that's cool with the eye thing. But yeah, it looked like a nice environment, kind of like that cell shading they use on this game. It's pretty cool. I like it, man. This one I might have to check out. I might have to check out this game. You know what I'm saying? It looks very interesting. This is one of those games where you're like, dang. I think somebody said this looked better than some of the Warzone game. So anyway, so this is Spelunky right here. So Spelunky, I feel like this is almost like an homage to Mario a little bit, Mario SNES, because it kind of like, I don't know, to me it kind of like feels, at least looking at it, kind of like feels like a Mario game. You know, this whole scene right here, this is like the haunted house. You know what I'm saying? So this probably be a nice little game for, you know, young kids that you can play. Anno Mutationem, so you have that game. Let's fast forward to that. See some of that. So this is Anno Mutationem. Looks like it's gonna be an RPG type game. So a little bit of cell shading on the graphics. That looks dope, that wolf. Everybody knows I love the wolves. So that one might be cool. So if you're into RPGs, which I haven't played an RPG in a minute, honestly. Let me see, I haven't played an RPG in a minute. I mean, Death Stranding kind of has RPG elements in it. Horizon got kind of like RPG elements in it, but it's not considered a full blown out RPG. So yeah, that. Yeah, this game right here. And this one was, wait, hold up. Am I getting something confused here? This is Anno Mutationem. I feel like I missed a game somewhere. I took like my eye off for a minute and missed the title of one of the game. Let's go back to this one. See what this is called. This might have been the one I missed. Yep, this is the one I missed. Genshin Impact. So let me put that in the notes. I knew I missed one. So this was an RPG. Genshin Impact. Cool. So then I got Anno Mutationem, which was this game. We can see a little bit of that. So, you know, cartoon-like design. I wasn't too hot on this one, honestly, either. Somebody would like it. So you have that game. Looks smooth though. I like the animations. I don't think this is a game I will look to play personally, you know. But don't let me stop anybody else if they like stuff like this. So looks like a cool anime type game, which is cool. So we have got Bugsnax, the internet sensation Bugsnax. Who likes some Bugsnax? I think I'm gonna play maybe this one with my nephew. Even though it seems, I don't know, this game seems a little twisted, man. I have to play this game. This is probably gonna be the Shrek of video games right here, I think. You know what I'm saying? That's probably gonna be the Shrek of video games. So that was interesting. And this one is a PS5 game. So just to let y'all know, Bugsnax for the PS5. So then we go over to the next game, which is Vader. So this game looks pretty cool. This is a VR game. I like kind of the way, and playing as Darth Vader, this one's going to probably sell some units right here. This is probably going to put some more VRs. Look at that. I might even play this one, man. I'm going to guess you're going to use the Move controllers. The only complaint I have with the Move controllers is how you move. Well, I should say the biggest complaint. Not the only complaint, the biggest complaint. It's how you move, you know? So, because it doesn't have like no directional pad. Because they did have the Move navigation controller, but they didn't make that available for the PS4. So, you know, dual wield, powers. I think I got a boy that would love that game, honestly, if he doesn't get seasick from or motion sickness from VR. So yeah, that one. You also have the game Control. I think Control I kind of liked. Let's fast forward a little bit. Yeah, this is Control. This one seems pretty cool. So this will be an interesting game right here. Kind of like a Death Stranding meets what's that game? Kind of like a Death Stranding meets Valve game. Half-Life, that's what I meant to say, Half-Life. And then this game right here was the Pedestrian. So I don't think I'm going to be looking into this one, but anybody likes those type of games, there you go. And then let me fast forward because the hood. Now the hood. Wait, hold on. What's this? Wait, did I miss another game? Well, some of these games went so fast, and then I'm trying to put notes in and text. Let me see. Which game? Yeah, this got to be another game I missed. So I probably missed two of them. Multiplayer game. Yeah, this one I missed. This is another game I missed. Let me see. Auto Chess. Actually, I just forgot to put the name. I did remember that one, but I forgot to put the name. Auto Chest. So let's put that in. I'll write more notes on it later for my Sunday stream. So now this one is the Pedestrian. So this one looks interesting, honestly. Kind of like some innovative gameplay. I guess we let that ride for a minute. See, like how you kind of going through doors and stuff. So, like, it's like drawings and stuff like that you have to go through and everything like that. That's gonna be interesting. It's like a puzzle game. I've never seen a game that's like this. Look at that. That's interesting, man. Check out them beans. So that's the Pedestrian right there. I might check that one out, actually, thinking about it. Like, just the way they do level designs and everything like that, it looks interesting. The Pedestrian, that looks interesting. And no, this is games, a couple of these games are going to be coming out after the PS5 launch. So if you're somebody that's not going to get the PS5 initially, and you're going to be, you know, still gaming on the PS4, hey, they got some games, man. It's not like they're deserting the PlayStation 4 crowd yet. You know, like I said at the beginning of this stream, you know, they're going to be still putting out games and still using the PlayStation 4 for like 4 years. Now, this one's the hood. This one's going to be interesting, and this is a PS5 game. I didn't get the rest of it. The name is the hood something and something. Graphics don't look too next gen. It look like it still can be done on the Xbox and the PlayStation 4. But it also depends on how it plays, how it uses the hardware, how it utilizes the controller. But it looks like it's going to be a pretty cool game. Look at that. Ooh. That's just crazy. That's great. That's game. That might be a good game right there, actually. That might be a good game right there. This one looks multiplayer too. It's got to be multiplayer. Dude trying to look like Kratos right there. And that's got to be the hood, I'm guessing. This one's not showing really gameplay, but we'll see. Outlaws and Legends, that's what it is. So then after that game, we have TemTem, which is also a PS5 game. Let me go back a little bit. TemTem, that was a short trailer, but this one's PS5. And then this one thing I didn't notice, I'll show you guys when it goes there, but it says capture on the PS5. So Sony's still big on trying to capture everything directly off the PS5 as much as possible. See, right there on the bottom, capture on the PS5. And then they went into a lengthy, let me see how long this was, Godfall thing, which was awesome. Godfall looks like it's going to be a good game. So let me see. This starts off at 42. Let's just say 43 minutes when the actual trailer starts. So 43 minutes. That's about 10. That's about 13, 12 minutes. That was a 12-minute trailer. So nice hunk of chunky, chunky trailer. So that one was awesome. And then they showed the powers. They showed some of the stuff you'd be able to do. Of course, they put a disclaimer and they say some stuff will change. But Godfall, I think, is going to be a pretty good game. I don't remember, did they say this was going to be released at launch? Let me see. This one, they didn't say yet. They didn't say yet. So, this one's going to be a pretty good game. It's going to move some systems, I think. I don't know if this is going to be a launch title. I think it should. And I don't remember if the other video, I have to look back in my notes, but I don't remember if my other videos had said it was going to be a launch game. But this is a game that's been touted, and it does have a following and stuff like that. So we'll definitely see some more Godfall games, So it looks like it's gonna be combo driven. Look at that. It looks like it's gonna be a fun to mash them up shoot. You know what I'm saying? So as far as my thoughts, like I said, as far as the whole event's concerned, like, it's, to me, it wasn't that bad, man. Like, the event was actually pretty cool. Like, I'm not gonna say it was earth shattering or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go ahead and say none of that. But it was a good event for what it was worth. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty good. So, you know, you can take it with whatever you want to take it as, because a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, they didn't show anything that we really was interested in or anything like that." It's like, well, you know what I'm saying, what they show you, you know, like, they already announced that this is going to be this type of event. You know what I'm saying? This is not going to have anything it's not going to really have any first party games, which it wasn't. It's not going to be like, you know, a lot of PS5 stuff, which it wasn't. It was what it was. It was a lot of PS4 stuff, a couple of things that they're going to show for the future. And, you know, like I said, the controller, I know for sure we didn't see that. The hood, we didn't see that either. The hood, I think, was PS5. So there was a couple of games that we didn't see before that's on there now. And it's a good thing because, again, you own a PS4, right? You're not going to get the PS5 launch. You're going to wait a year. You're going to wait for Horizon to come out. You're going to wait for Gran Turismo to come out. Something like that, right? God of War. It was, for what it was, it was cool. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? It was a good event. Just so, I mean, starting off with Crash Bandicoot alone, I was like, oh, snap. They started off with Crash, man. I was not expecting Crash at all. Like, I really, really, really wasn't expecting Crash, man. That was a freaking awesome time right there. And, again, Sony, you know, they just do it. They just do it better, man. And to me, they could have sold Crash at the Xbox event, you know? Because if the Xbox does game showcase, they said, well, this wasn't just about playing the Xbox Series X games. Okay, fair enough. So if it wasn't about playing the Xbox Series X game, then why not just go ahead and show the game, you know? Like, it would have made a lot more sense. But who knows? We will never know the full story of anything. And hey, I'm just happy that we've seen some good stuff today. You know, even though this was a lighter event, we will be seeing a PlayStation event this month. I'm hearing as soon as next week, honestly. So if you want to see some more PlayStation stuff, I'm hearing that they're going to show a lot this month, possibly releasing the date, the pre-orders, and of course with the pre-orders comes the price. So I think that's about all I have for today, guys, because, you know, again, this wasn't like it was a super big event, you know what I'm saying? So it, you know, was this an event, the last real hurrah for the and who knows, we could be seeing some more PlayStation 4 stuff in the future. Again, PlayStation 4 is going to be sticking around for a few more years at least, so we could be seeing some other stuff, man. Like, I'm excited, you know. And for people that's not going to get those PlayStation games yet, or the PlayStation 5 games yet, hey, PlayStation 4, man, you still got it, man. So anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I might do a late stream for the Samsung event. I have watched it. I do have some thoughts. Not all of them real good coming from me. I wasn't as happy on that Samsung event as I should have. I think especially with the Note. I think I was expecting more, especially for the regular Note 20, you know. I don't think, you know, I was real happy with how they kind of did that. But I'll explain that later. I might stream the event. I might not. I don't know yet. If I do, I'll let you guys know later on tonight. I have to see how my week works. But, yeah. I'm glad you guys joined me. I'm glad you guys was in the chat. You know, I know it's Thursday. A lot of people is probably working. And, you know, others is doing interviews and stuff like that. But, hey, man, I appreciate you guys joining me. Appreciate some of you guys hitting me up in the chat and stuff like that. Even talking some crap. David. So, I really do appreciate, you know, you guys supporting the channel. And of course, you know, if you a new user or a new viewer, I should say, if you like the content on my channel, go ahead and hit that like button right there, hit the subscribe button right there, and then there's a bell notification over there. If you want to support us, you know, support businesses. And where did my credits go? My credits just stopped somewhere, so it just stopped rising out. Oh, That's why, because I didn't put on repeat, because I just did some new credits. So that's actually a good thing that happened, because I can come up to what I'm gonna say. So we have our first few Patreons. So I would like to thank our Patreons going ahead and you know, supporting me and everything like that. And I'm really, really thankful that you guys, you know, went ahead and went above and beyond and stuff like that. And it's like, this channel does take a lot of work, you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of work to do this stuff, you know, and it's very, very appreciative that, you know, somebody will come and, you know, decides that, hey, you know, we want to support the channel, and hopefully more people support it, you know. So we planning for this to be real big, man, and I really hope that this keeps on growing and everything like that. And I really do hope that we can supply more stuff. We're at, I think as of today, 52 users on the YouTube, and to me the YouTube's probably the most important out of anything, followed by the Patreon, and then, you know, Facebook and Twitter. And the more people that subscribe to the channel, the more stuff we unlock, the more people that, you know, signs up for the Patreon. I'm gonna be doing some giveaways. Like, I'm gonna use some of that money to put into the giveaways, you know, not just, you know, the equipment that we use to stream and create a better streaming experience, but we're gonna put that stuff into the equipment too. So be on the lookout. Anyway, I wanted, so this really, I was going on a rant or rave or whatever, but right over here, right there, so you see our Patreon. So you see how I got the little graphics? I'm a man of my word. You know, you pay some monies and you get some perks. So thank you to our Patreon and I should say, let me tell you this way. Thank you to the Keys Review, Techies, and Techies Premiere. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and log off. I'm gonna do a couple of more videos right now for you guys. So I gotta do some more editing and stuff like that and putting together videos. So look out for me this Sunday. I should be putting those videos out and doing the live stream 1 o'clock evening Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern time. So anyway, you guys start enjoying, and let me go ahead and turn on some music and we'll be good. Let me turn that up a little bit, and then I'll see you guys this Sunday. Okay, this is Marquise from the Keys Review. Peace. 1.